Thank you, Angie. So my name is Megan, and I am a third-year kinesiology student at Ontario Tech. I have been working for Campus Rec. This is my second year, and then I also work for the Ontario Tech Game Day. And this year, like Angie said, I'll be working in the Flex. So if you ever go there, you'll see me. And yeah, I don't have a whole lot of list of stuff like Angie did, but I I am very much of an athlete. I play a lot of different sports, and fitness has been a very big part of my life, basically my whole life. And I'm happy that I've been able to keep that going through university. And there's so many opportunities everywhere on the school. There's so many different teams and clubs and places you can go to be fit. And now this year, with all that kind of being taken away, I'm hoping to kind of just share some of the tips that I've formed and developed throughout the last couple months that's kept me kind of doing that throughout this. Yeah. And then I guess Ryan, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how well I'll be able to go right after Angie. All of that was really, really well said. And definitely taking what Angie said, I definitely had the same similar mindset towards a lot of things. Definitely being, say, that university age, my mindset towards everything was probably a little bit different in the sense that for me, like being active has always come from like the sports that I played or like the things that I was involved in rather than like say going to the gym or coming home from school and doing like a workout. Like for me personally, that was always something that I just always had a hard time sticking with. Like Angie said, like it was more like I'd be like, oh, now I have to do a workout, not like, okay, I get to like go to the gym now, or I get to do this. And so now being stuck at home though for the last however many months and not having the opportunity to like go like play intramurals at night with the school or go I do gymnastics, so like going to the gym, like that gym I guess, and stuff like that. So having all that taken away has definitely been hard. And so for me throughout quarantine, I definitely went through like different waves of stuff. Just personally, I always have a harder time sticking with things long term. I like change and I like trying new things and I like doing a lot of stuff, which is why I played so many sports growing up. I just like change and I like doing things. And so I kind of started with doing, because March and April, everything was completely shut down. I definitely started doing like workouts and trying to like do stuff, like do something every day, workout related. And then once the nicer weather came, I found, especially still being in school, like going for walks a couple times a day, say like once with my sister, once with my mom, once with whoever in my household. That was definitely something that I look forward to, and it helped break up the day. And then once school finished and it was May and it was starting to get nice, then I definitely got into bike riding a lot. And so especially being like the nice weather, that was something that I like definitely look forward to every day. And the same thing, apps became like a super big thing for me, like Strava, marking like or checking every day, being like, oh, I went like 10 kilometers today. Okay, like we're going to try a different route because there's a lot of bike routes by my house, and being like, okay, now we're going to try and go farther, or just kind of mentally making those challenges was definitely something that helped me look forward to as the nice weather was coming, and knowing that, hey, we can't go do this with our friends. Hey, we can't do that. But kind of like doing things virtually like that definitely helped kind of keep motivation going. And then along with that, there's just some other like things that kind of came and went as time went on, that kind of gave me something to look forward to. So once bike riding kind of stopped, well, then I started running. Or then once that stopped, my friend runs it's called Bounce and Burn business. And so, or it's called Bounce and Burn. It's a trampoline workout program. And so normally she would do that in person, but she was able to do it virtually. She rented out her trampolines for say like 3 months at a time. And so that was something, she ran classes every day. That was something that I did that I looked forward to. And yeah, for me, it was just kind of, especially with this being such a long-term thing and not just like a couple weeks. It was more finding something every little bit to switch it up and to keep me motivated to stay fit, because especially if it's like if it's rainy like it has been for the last couple days, like it just makes you not want to do things. And so for me, it was just always, I didn't force myself to do something. If that day I didn't want to, I just kind of found something else to do. As I did have so many options, say like in the summer, like a Saturday going hiking all Saturday or something like that. And yeah, so for me, it was definitely just like thinking of a lot of different things that you can do without having to go to places. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I did.
Megan, do you mind if I ask you a question? I was just thinking when you were saying at first you were doing your own workouts at home, just thinking if somebody is listening or watching right now and doesn't have the knowledge of a kin background like you do, what would be a good place for a beginner to find kind of some workouts?
Yes, that's a very good question, especially for me, like I don't like I kind of grew up doing sports, so I had that workout background. But definitely like YouTube is 100% your friend. Like people everywhere are posting like workout videos all the time, and a lot of people actually are, especially with this, coming out with like say like workout programs, like okay, 2-week workout program, here's this and you can follow this. I personally don't do a whole lot of her programs, but I know there's a workout program by Chloe Ting. She's definitely like a big female fitness person, and so she puts a lot of things out there, and there's a lot of other people like her that say if you didn't want to come up with something by yourself right off the bat, like you can say just even look at a couple of those videos, do that, and then from there like you can kind of gauge and see different workouts that you like, or different like just exercises in general that you find work for you or that you like doing, and you can from there kind of see how they model their workouts and then eventually maybe like form your own. And just in general, like sometimes like doing workouts like consistently isn't like my favorite thing to do, but like if you wake up one day and you're like, okay, I want to work out, like just simply searching up like an ab workout on YouTube or something like that. If you don't want to come up with one on your own, like that's definitely like a good thing, like 15-minute ab workout and then you're done with your workout for the day. So that's definitely been something that I've done quite often. Even if it's like, say like 8 o'clock at night and I've had a full day of studying and I'm like, okay, I just sat down all day. Like I need to do something, but it's dark outside now and there's nobody to call and nothing to do. So definitely just searching up a YouTube workout video is what I would recommend.
So this might be a hard question to answer, either Megan or Ryan, but I guess I'm thinking again about you have a background in kinesiology. How does somebody know if that workout that they're looking up is credible? Like, how do I know that this is somebody who I should actually be listening to and their form is good? I always question that when people are directed. There are some amazing tools for sure online, but what are some tips that you think people could use to make sure that what they're finding is actually effective and it's safe for them to be using?
That's actually a good question. That is definitely a harder one to answer, especially just having, like, I'm sure Ryan too, like the background, just knowing, I guess. But I don't know, Ryan can probably add something else. But for me, reliable, you almost want to, like, it's just like, say you're writing a paper for school and like, they're like, you need a peer reviewed source. Like you have to have a source that has a lot of like names behind it. Like they have their, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe like site wise, but just something that's like people like have used and say like if like they have a lot of subscribers or they have a lot of like comments on their video or something like that. Like you just want to look for key things. If you're searching up a video that has like only like say like a couple of views, not much comments, like maybe it wouldn't be as reliable. Maybe it's just somebody posting a video. And even just like searching up like names in like Google. I don't know. It's kind of hard to answer that. But I don't know, Ryan, maybe you have something better.
That. Yeah, so if like something has a lot of views doesn't necessarily mean it's right, but if you look in the comments, like a lot of people say this has helped me, this has this person's good, like this has improved my fitness routine and everything. And also something to look for, if it might not necessarily be available to you when you're like looking at a video, but if someone has like certified personal trainer or like masters in something like kinesiology or something like that, that's also good, because you know that they have the background knowledge and they know that you know what they're talking about. So yeah, if it doesn't say that they're certified, they're like not technically certified to teach people how to work out, right? So it's hard to tell if someone's credible if they don't actually have those like credentials posted anywhere or something like that. But on YouTube, if people are saying in the comments and stuff that it's helped them, then it's usually a credible source.
Could it be too that, I don't know if this happens and you guys do a lot more of this than I do, but could it be that this Chloe Ting that you were talking about, could she be endorsed by Shape magazine or somebody that we know is going to put out quality information?
Yeah, so using her name, there's a couple different workout programs that I've tried from different people. Specifically, I guess, female fitness instructors. So typically, there are people who say like do workout and like have like a name, but a lot of like people who say post on YouTube, like they have their own like site and they have their own like actual like workout site and stuff like that. And so like Chloe Ting, she has been posting videos for years really, and she's finally come out with like a whole workout routine like site, and she has like nutrition on there. She has like workout programs of all different styles, like leg workouts, like a program, like say 2-week program, ab workout 2-week program, or just stuff like that. She has like a whole bunch of stuff, which again, like Ryan was saying, like say if they have like certifications and stuff like that, that would probably be listed in the description of the video. And then they usually have links to their website or links to other things, say where maybe they got their information from. And so just kind of like paying attention to that is also helpful to like know if it's reliable or not. And then maybe if you did click on some of those links where say they got their information from, it would probably maybe be from a name that like you'd recognize or somebody that you know from like magazines or other places, like you had said. So
yeah, and if they're sponsored, like let's say they're sponsored by a big company as well, like you're gonna know they're credible if they're sponsored by big corporations like Nike, Adidas, Puma. They're not gonna, like big companies like that aren't gonna promote and sponsor people that aren't credible. So it's good to see if they have something like that, that's good as well. But most certified personal trainers and stuff that's their main like job, that they'll have like a website where you can like buy their personal training thing or look at free videos or book them to help you and stuff like that. So yeah, that usually helps if yeah.
Thank
you.
And
just again, sorry, like just adding, if you personally don't know, like the odds are somebody does. So like you could always like reach out to say like a friend or somebody you know, like instead of maybe like just exploring on your own if you're like not uncomfortable but like not confident in like your knowledge on that, like you can always like reach out to like somebody you know for starters as well, and they can be like, oh well, I do this, or hey, like yeah, I know this person, like I follow their workout routines, like stuff like that. So it doesn't always just have to be like you guessing if this person is right. Like you can definitely ask around kind of thing, because somebody will know.
Good point. Good point. Sorry if I derailed the conversation there, Heike.
No, that was great. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other comments, Megan?
I was just gonna say, like Angie definitely like asked some questions that my mindset, I guess, just didn't fully think about, but those are definitely good things, and I hope that we answered them as well as we could.